did was during the worst storm I can remember.
That day was almost stormy, with the wind blowing the leaves around the ground and into the gutters.
That day was one of the most boring Thursdays that anyone had ever endured.
And it ended with almost the whole street congregated in a community centre. And this
So, the neighbours are trying to work out what should be done.
All those faces in one room.
Everyone's strangely out of context.
Out of their homes.
Maybe we should have seen it coming.
I suppose all the warning signs were there,
Cracks appearing.
but we just ignored them and got on.
Everyone needs to register.
Oh, that's a great idea.
What should we do first? Well, I'm okay to leave proceedings if that's okay with everybody.
Oh, there's always one, isn't there?
Am I to guess it'd be her?
We don't have a list.
Why not use house numbers?
That's a really good idea. We go along the street and we collect the numbers.
Having here not a number.
Well, we can put the names down later, can't we?
Honestly, some people.
If we use numbers, we won't miss out any vulnerable people.
Like the lady at number 32.
I've seen her partner, I think.
Does anyone know her name?
When we first moved in, I really liked living here. But things change, and so much time has gone past. Back when people used to get my jokes. I do get the odd visit from the neighbour's cat, but he doesn't make much of an audience. I did have a visit from a police officer a couple of months ago. He sat just there.
So it's Victoria, is that right?
Victoria, I say. But then I realise it's the first time he's heard my voice and, of course, doesn't get the joke.
Sorry, I mean, it's Vicky. My name is Vicky.
And you're 37 years old?
37, yes. Nowhere near 40. He smiles politely.
And what is it you do?
As he speaks, his eyes rapidly take in the pills on the table and the crutch to my side. He does seem uncomfortable. I wonder if he rarely does house visits.
I used to be an astronaut.
I say. He takes out his notepad and just hovers across it. God knows why, but I carry on.
Oh yeah, I had all the gear. Rocket, moon boots, helmet with tons of buttons. But no money was crap, so I gave it all up for this.
Victoria?
Vicky.
Yeah, sorry. Vicky.
I used to be a communications director.
I remember my Aunt Jean saying, not quite sure what that is, but A-Love sounds dead impressive. I had all the gear. Smart suit from Principals, Blackberry, smart heels, but I gave it all up. For this.
It's all right, Vicky. Take your time.
What?
There's no need to rush. I'd just like you to tell me what's happened today.
He's pulling a sort of a kind face, and he leans forward, allowing me to speak, so I tried to start at the beginning.
I'd come out of hospital in December. I'd started with carers and they'd given me handrails outside my house and by the door. But I was fairly mobile with crutches. I'd had a conversation with my neighbour about our tree because it had grown over onto their side. I looked into it and it cost too much money. I guess I'd kind of forgotten about it. But then this guy knocked on the door and said, I've just been talking to your neighbour about your tree, about bringing it back a bit. And I did that stupid thing and went,
I'll meet you in the back garden.
It was quite an effort to get out there. He said things like, we're doing some work in the lane, we're just working in the house number 15. I did that stupid thing and went,
What, Maria?
and he said, oh yeah, just watch your is in the lane, you can come in and you can do it for £100, which is far less than I've been quoted. I'd had this terrible year when I felt I wasn't making any decisions, financial decisions or anything. So I thought, I'm going to sort the tree. This is me. I'm going to do this is fine. As soon as I said okay, the guy just came in and chopped a branch off and I thought, this is a bit odd.
I mean, I was just in a really, really strange state of mind. You see, I'd had an attack the day before, so I'd been asleep by the time he showed up, and I felt really, really foggy.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Nobody's got any trouble. Just keep talking.
God, I sound like somebody else's nan. I try and carry on.
So, the tree guy followed me into the house and said, how would you want to pay? And I said,
It'll have to be by
and
cheque.
he said, as we're doing it cheap, can you do it cash? Which isn't actually that rare. He said, our boss can take you in van. I said, in the van? I said, no. He's like, no, it's a woman.
I mean, you make these split decisions, don't you? You do. And you think everything's going to be all right. I couldn't tell you how I managed to get in the van. Because I think at that point, it really was just out of fear.
They took me down to the ATM, I got the money out, and they were asking me for it all the way back.
I mean, when we got back, he'd only chopped a couple of branches down.
I said, I'll give you the money when you finish the job.
So he gets down from the tree.
I'm standing there.
With my crutches. If he pushes me over, I can't get back up. So I thought, just take it and go away.
And then I came back in and locked the door.
That must have been very upsetting for you.
What? I was cross. I was really cross.
And then I swear, and I really do sound like somebody else's nan.
And understand then you got in touch with Trading Standards.
Yes, and then you arrived.
Well, we think we can make a case. That's why we want a witness statement. It's terrible when they do these things to vulnerable people.
Oh.
Vulnerable. There's been a lot of labels. But this is one by which I can be completely misunderstood.
Oh yeah, they'll know you're a vulnerable person from the railings by the front door.
Vulnerable? I feel scared, I feel terrified, I feel vulnerable. You're supposed to be tackling the fear of crime. Sometimes I'll talk to people, my friends, and they'll tell me I should be an empowered woman who's disabled. My witness statement is finished, apparently. And the police officer says...
Is that your wheelchair in the corridor?
And I say...
Yes.
Well, when you come to court, come to court in your wheelchair.
Right. Empowered. Normal member of society. I wanted to scream at him. I can't have a job. I can't have a family. I live downstairs and I'm terrified to go outside the front door. Just go away. But instead, I go with...
You sure I can't make you a cup of tea?
Yours at number 34?
A woman, I think.
Elderly?
Yeah, sorry, but that sounds rude, doesn't it?
Does anybody know her name?
My name's Faith. I was happily married for 30 years. My husband used to send me the anniversary card saying, I promise to keep the faith.
Daft. Oh, but sweet. He was very keen on bird watching. He loved to climb the hills and the cliffs.
One day he saw this bird that fascinated him.
Well, I begged him not to climb again.
Oh, but he did, and he developed Parkinson's, and I just couldn't believe what he was about to do.
He insisted it wouldn't be a problem.
I've been on my own for the last 6 years now. I'm a little bit angry about it.
Keeping the faith is harder when you're on your own.
She has a lot of visitors.
A lot of door knocking.
Not visitors, deliveries, online shopping or catalogues maybe.
Yeah, Mum. My daughter said I signed up for all these catalogues, but I don't remember.
I did buy some shoes. An elderly man delivered them.
Got yourself something nice, love?
I nodded.
It was the opening I loved. The box, the tissue paper, all wrapped up like swaddling babies.
It was like a child playing shopkeepers. It was exciting at first. It was the spending, an act of rebellion that he'd never know about.
Now I've got 37 pairs of shoes he could have worn, but never will.
Staying on the side of the street. we're up to number 36.
Oh, I know this one. Let me get this right. Ione?
The woman in the wheelchair. Isn't the black and white cat hers?
Oh, I don't fancy that.
What, having a cat?
No, the wheelchair. These houses aren't exactly accessible, are
Must be ever so hard for him.
The cat's back.
Hello, you. Back to see your old Ione, eh? What adventures have you been on this time?
When I came home from hospital, Scruff was there to welcome me. Straight onto my lap like I'd never been away.
I know you're hungry. Just be patient.
The only living creature that isn't faced out by this new version of me. He didn't patronize me. He didn't try to speak for me when I went to the shops. He didn't see me as someone that needed to be pitied.
Are you going to stay a while this time? Hey?
Animals don't judge you.
There is a smell of burnt toast.
Buckle out!
The back door is thrown wide open and black smoke curls up and out of it.
Buckle out!
Vicky, what are you doing?
I was trying to eat breakfast. I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened. I was trying to do something nice for your birthday.
Hey, it's fine. Burnt toast. No big deal. Thanks for thinking of it.
He kisses Vicky on the cheek.
Don't forget, I'm out for a little bit after work. An hour, max. I'll pick up something for dinner.
You should go out properly, it's your birthday.
Don't be silly. I want to spend my birthday with you.
He holds her arms just for a moment.
Crap. I'm late. Sorry, I've got to go. You got everything you need?
Everything I need.
Bye.
The door slams and he's gone.
We met 8 years ago at a team building exercise, box and lock in town. Tim was so rubbish at it. We spent a whole hour locked together in a room. Of course, I never let on I knew exactly how to get us out. I liked him straight away. And the rest is history.
The back door is still wide open and the house is getting cold. There is uneaten burnt toast on the side.
I used to be good at my job.
I can't even project manager breakfast.
There's an alarm going.
Doors opening, slamming shut.
Sat in my lonely house, the silence is deafening.
Endless conversations on my own. With no one. I suppose I could go out.
Well, where would I go?
I could go into town. Do I need anything? I could treat myself.
I'll put kettle on.
I need to catch the number 7 bus.
When does it leave?
Is it 8 minutes past or 8 minutes to?
Oh, I need to buy something.
Well, we can call in at the corner shop and get something.
But what can I buy that I can carry on the train with me?
Kettle's boiled.
Oh, but what's stopping me?
When Beth was a baby, it took ages to leave the house because there was always so much to remember.
And then, just when I got everything ready, she'd soil herself again. And I'd have to start all over.
And then she'd start crying and I'd have to feed her.
I had a friend. She invited me for coffee. But the baby wouldn't stop crying and crying.
I rang and I said I couldn't come.
I couldn't bear for people to see me with a crying baby.
Everybody would think I was a bad mother.
I had no idea what I was doing.
My friend didn't invite me again. I was too embarrassed to ring her back.
All I have to do is grab my bag, put on my coat and shoes and go.
Except where would we go?
No one was waiting to meet me for coffee.
There were no playgroups, no classes.
I could just stay here on my own, drink this cup of tea, and there'd be nobody pulling on my clothes.
asking for a biscuit.
There's nobody crawling across the floor trying to eat the wire that runs from the radio to the socket.
Nobody throwing food on the floor or rubbing mashed banana in their hair.
Nobody's hurt her foot and needs a cuddle. Nobody needs me.
What should I do? I'm not worried. They're all just going to be looking at me, wondering why I'm on my own. I'm wondering what's wrong.
Sound next door stereo leaks into my thoughts. Upbeat music that doesn't belong here.
I remember going into the park on my own with Beth, pushing the swing and pretending everything was all right.
And all around me, families that were having fun, enjoying themselves and making noise.
Everyone else seemed to be coping. Everyone else knew what to do to fill that time.
He was never around in those days either.
Saturday is about finding the right combination of painkillers to get through the night. And Sunday, weariness wraps around me like a familiar cloak.
London calling! Yes, I was there too! And you know what they say? What's some of it is true!
I cranked the music up again. The whole history of my life is in that song. But that version of me died. A new person appeared, not born. There was no gestation period, no chance to develop.
London calling at the top of the dial. And after all this, won't you give me a smile?
How do you become new with a history you're no longer a part of? People you don't see anymore or hear from? People who don't hold you? No more lovers.
London calling. London calling. London calling. London calling. London calling. London calling. London calling.
centre begins to fill up.
The neighbours wonder what to do next.
All those spaces in one room.
Strangely out of context. Out of their home.
The police will make sure everyone gets out all right, won't they?
How long do you think they expect us to be here?
It's going to be busy if the whole street arrives.
It makes a change from the usual Thursday night turnouts.
But we will still be going ahead, won't we?
I decided to get a grip.
There are deep cracks in the living room wall.
I'd made an appointment to get somebody to come and look at the cracks. It was a woman I spoke to. We'd arranged for someone to come round the very next day. I was so delighted. I fell asleep on the sofa. And Tim came home to find me in the dark.
Curtain still open, the room in darkness, and a crick in my neck.
I didn't let that put me off. I was ready for her, the surveyor. But I wasn't ready for just how smooth she was.
I open the door, and she breezes in like a draft from the outside world, come to blow the cobwebs away. She sweeps past me with her clipboard and tape measure.
I hobble behind, slowly on my crutches, feeling small. Would you like a cup of tea?
My voice isn't loud enough, and she doesn't hear me.
Can you let me out into the garden? I want to take a look at your foundations.
I fumble for the back door key.
I know that voice. I definitely know her from somewhere. But where? When?
As she turns, I catch her side profile.
Hi, it's my friend Pippa's girlfriend. We used to go to the pub together all the time. Until I stopped working, until all of this happened. We were so close, me and Pippa. And then, nothing.
You're Gail, aren't you? How's Pippa?
Her face looks totally blank.
Sorry, have we met before? Do you know Pip?
I'm Vicky, we worked together.
Oh, I feel so ashamed. I should have kept my big mouth shut. She's all embarrassed now, flustering, pretending that she knows who I am. I know she can't remember. I wanted to scream at her. Do you not remember what you said to me at New Year's Eve party? If it wasn't for Pippa, all them glances, all them comments.
Right. Well, it's great to see you again. I'll put the report in the post. You take care now.
She scuttles off before I even have time to get up from the chair.
And I'm left standing there in the dark when Tim comes home from work.
My husband was a fixer.
Live, do and mend.
Parts for the oven. He used to boast about 50p parts.
That part will save us a fortune.
Now he's gone, and the parts didn't last. I can manage without the oven. I've got a grill.
The seal round the bath went. It went all mouldy and cracked, and I thought I'll rip it out and fix it.
It's a simple enough job.
I still haven't fixed it, and I manage without a shower.
I always prefer baths anyway.
Now, there's these clocks to change.
That was never my job. The oven is a nightmare.
Yes, the oven doesn't work, but the stupid clock does, and I have no idea how to change it.
And don't forget the heating.
Oh, it's easier to change my life by an hour to keep warm at the right time.
It's fine.
I'm fine. Well, I was, until the electricity went.
Flicked a switch, boom, flash. I was in darkness.
We've got this old fuse box.
If it's not broken, it doesn't need replacing.
It's a wire job.
Who can I call to help me? No one.
I felt so silly, I didn't know what to do. I had no one to call on. I spent 3 whole days in the dark.
In the end, I did it with the door wide open in case I got electrocuted.
Are you angry with me?
Yes! Yes, I am angry.
No. No. I miss you.
In a dream, I see myself walking through a forest. It's dark and there are strange noises. The path is steep and gravelly. The gravel hurts my feet. I'm not wearing any shoes. Then my feet slip away. And suddenly, the ground opens up around me, and I am sinking.
There is a sound in the street, like I'd never ever heard before.
A slow, creaking, rumbling, deep breath being taken in.
I wake up. What the hell is that noise? What's wrong with me? Why am I like this? Scared of everything. I never used to be like this. Some invisible force has slowly chipped away at me and reduced me to dust. I wasn't always like this.
I was always so busy, and for what?
Always trying to be in two places at once. I thrived off it. It made me feel alive.
It's all gone now, I'll never get it back.
There's nothing left. None of it was real.
It can't have been real. I thought it was, but it hasn't lasted, so it can't have been real.
No more 6 a.m. starts, breakfast meetings, pencil skirts from Zara, staying late, grabbing a glass of wine, power plays, negotiations.
It's all gone. Overnight, as if it never existed or even mattered.
I helped build that company. They know me.
I couldn't put together a management plan now if I had all year. I'm just drifting. In and out.
But there is something.
It's true that there's not nothing.
There's something in the walls trying to get out. I can hear it scratching.
Just quietly when no one else is here, so only I know.
Cracks are appearing in the plaster.
It's making its presence felt. It's getting closer.
I have to find it. I have to help it get out.
If I can just get into the walls, I'll be able to help it.
There's so many cracks.
It's definitely getting closer.
I have to find it.
I have to help it get out.
If I could just get into the walls.
Something's not right.
How did I get here?
I was sitting there on the floor next to the kitchen door.
Where are my crutches?
It was so important, and now I can't remember.
I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing.
It started with the harsh cracking of the tarmac. There was a strange, soft sound as the ground sank, and then hard again as lampposts split and toppled over and into the hole, cars bouncing into this new floor.
It was a strange vacuum of sound, and then tiny crackles of short-circuited electrics.
The collapse was physical. Felt first by a small shiver in the feet, followed by a quake in my knees, and a jarring in my hips, to a rattle in my ribs, just ending in chaos in my skull.
The sound was like a huge pop, as if a champagne cork was being released from the bottle. It sounded like a bomb going off in reverse, sucking, rumbling, and then a huge bang!
The sound was like an orchestra of drums, pounding, with no rhythm at all.
And then, eerily quiet. A sinkhole.
The sinkhole was bordered by walls and hedges at oblique angles. And they were whole, but leaning in as if peering over it.
Like a huge well plunging into the bowels of the earth.
It just looked like a gaping, laughing mouth.
A messy mixture of empty void and broken tarmac. It looked at my attempt at baking on a nightmare scale, sunken in the middle.
The sinkhole was as wide as the whole street, big enough to swallow a car whole.
It looked as if it went down forever. The sinkhole was as big as the entire universe. For all I know, it was the only thing that existed for sure.
After the sinkhole appeared, It took some time to evacuate everybody from their homes.
People were upset and confused.
The warning signs had always been there.
Cracks had appeared.
But we just ignored it and got on.
But that night, the community centre was warm and bright.
That night, people greeted each other with smiles and a sense of relief.
The neighbours organised cups of tea.
And someone sent out for biscuits.
That night was a Thursday that no one will ever forget. A kind person directed me and I went to sit with two women that I recognised, but I couldn't remember their names, so I smiled.
The room was full of people. I felt I should know.
I look around and I don't recognise anyone. These are my neighbours. I'm person. Hello. I'm Faye. Vicky.
Are you only?
Yes, you're the lady with the wheelchair? Oh, I was going to say cat.
Oh, yes, the one with the cat. Scruff.
Scruff. He visits me, but I never knew his name. How is he? Is he safe?
Yes, I think so. He's totally fearless.
Imagine that, being totally fearless.
That bubbling, bouncing noise that children make was everywhere. My house used to overflow with it. I craved the silence.
But now, here, strangely comforting.
The noise in the room, I find I'm drinking it in.
It's the sound of outside, full of movement.
Life and change.
There's music here. I watch a group of people standing next to the sound system. They see me staring at them and someone walks towards me with a piece of paper.
Someone I don't know hands me a piece of paper. I take it, unsure if it's an instruction or a gift.
Would you like to join us?
Thank you.
The more the merrier.
The music starts, and I look down at the lyrics in front of me.
The room begins to sway gently together, and then the voices swell. I look at the women next to me. I do know them. These are my neighbours.
I'm a new soul, I came to this strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came here, felt the joy and the fear, finding myself making every possible mistake.
The music fills me up.
It lifts me.
I open my mouth, and I am singing.